Because of gameplay. Because of gameplay, Phoenix. It would not be fun. She just gave us the answer. You don't have any further objections, do you? Why would I have no objections to this? I have an objection, Your Honor. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Objection! Your Honor, I appreciate that. You're beginning to sound desperate. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Yes, it is, Mia. Shut the fuck up. So you're telling me that I forgot something? That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right? Who knows? I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means... handwriting on the suicide note has not yet been analyzed. Oh! So... like whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impacts or not. That has yet to be even remotely confirmed. You can't seriously... Mr. Wright! Are you saying that the suicide note's a fake? You were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. On Guard. Who didn't try to fake suicide note and put it into this bear. How dare you! Your Honor, the defense is incriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking this witness to this suicide note whatsoever. Notice the exact wording. If this is a fake, the witness is the only person who could have made it. He can't say the witness made the fake, because that's a lie. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. If it's a fake, which it's not, but we'll go with it for now. What? Recall witness testimony concerning this figurine. The person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Ah! You wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote so you can use it to frame Matt on guard. I did no such thing! Right, if you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented the scrap paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution! Ugh. That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, Can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? It is as the defense has stated. The handwriting has yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible! I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate. I think the public wants us to die, to get crucified for this. What is that sound? It's my phone. He got away. Sorry, pal. I really don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. They found the hideout, okay. But they fucked it up! We're running low on time, Gumshoe. Once, like, eventually it starts becoming a noise in the background. They're calling for his head, as they rightfully should. Talk to Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? About to end today's proceedings, you may take your phone calls after. Wow. Damn, Edgeworth, fucking stone cold. I'm sorry, Your Honor, you were saying? I'm not going to do this, however. So I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. Court is now adjourned for the day. You are fucked. Go home, take your shut-up juice, and get out. Please wait, Your Honor. I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. You can perform the necessary test on this piece of evidence in that time. Leave we can, Your Honor. No, you fucking... In the real world, no, you fucking can't. But we live in an anime Phoenix Wright world, so it's okay. Adjourn for the day and then reconvene tomorrow. 30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. CSI was getting big during this era. You're right. Isn't CSI still a thing? Did they still have CSI episodes out there, or is that show just over now? Just like forever over? I don't keep track of what's on CBS anymore. It is kind of funny how, like, all of us like watched CSI and just assumed the police were hyper confident investigators. When you actually like look at the statistics, police are really bad at their fucking job. Like if their job was to catch criminals and like solve crimes, they're terrible at it. Thankfully for them, that's not their actual job. Sorry, ACAB also means gumshoe. "30-minute recess. I will not allow a recess today. This is the last time. Fuck you all. I'm so sick of your shit." Right. Well, what's going on with my situation? Looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Ugh. Report. We don't have time. Spit it out already. Left a few things behind by accident to get the rest to get away. A few things. You left with me right now and I'm on the way over. That's odd. And items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. What? Gumshoe stole evidence from the crime scene? You see? Gumshoe's saying it's okay to break the law when it's convenient to do so. I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just get in here in one piece. No one can stop him now. Words said right before tragedy strikes. Running every red light. Well, that's bad. Oh, he got into a car accident. Oh, for fuck's sake. Gumshoe. It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. But we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. Well, if there's a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Because he ran red lights, Phoenix. That's how I can get into an accident. We must have a way. We can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. You can show profiles. Oh, I see. Yes, but we don't have the thing in evidence, so we have to actually choose Lankarma herself to find Gumshoe. But you're right, she has a transmitter that has his location locked. What is it? I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. Yes, bailiff. We finished with the handwriting analysis. I think I'll take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. Oh. Almost time. This is the final section of the game. We are now in the very final segment of the very final trial. Oh boy, we're in for a doozy. And I am going to stay longer if I have to finish this. I'm tired. I need to finish this game tonight. I can't keep this over my head another week. I am ready to move the fuck on. So we are finishing tonight, whether it takes longer than normal or not. We gotta get this done. Yeah, we're both ready. We're both ready. With gritted teeth, we're both ready. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem so distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? It's nothing, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of handwriting analysis on Mr. Impact's suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. Excuse me? This note was not written by Miss Impacts herself. It is a fake. This is not written by Miss Impacts, and who wrote it. We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. He wrote a fake note? Or was destroyed and rewritten. That's also possible, Mia. You never know. However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed fake, Mr. Ongard could not have known that, so the facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption it was real, he had plotted to possess it. The things the prosecution has proven up to this point is true. It's impossible for Mr. Ongard to not have known that was a fake. So he was spying the shit out of Mr. Corrida. Yep. You know, you fancy toys these days. You can do the spying and the pudding pops and the Cosby sweets. You claim Mr. Ongard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? If that were true, this means Mr. Ongard would have known that the victim had forged the note. Ah! And if that's true, then the situation suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly. Exactly, Your Honor. Exactly. Asking theory as to what Mr. Ungar's motive for murder was has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Ungar monitored Mr. Krita 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Ungar didn't know of. Right, I catch you, Mr. Edgeworth. Show us some proof that the victim made the portrait at an unknown place. Ugh. Remember, Edward's 100% correct in this case. He is prosecuting the right person, the guilty party. As I figured. As I figured, it came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you're not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what's next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Ungar's motive through the evidence, we must prove it from another angle. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call witness to the stand at this time. However, this witness is a little unusual. I remember this. This is not quite cross-examine the parrot levels of silly, but it is pretty silly. This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the questions of who was it that hired Shelley the killer to commit murder? That's impossible! It's the man himself, Mr. Shelley the Killer. What the fuck are you talking about? You mean the killer is in the courtroom? Yes, Your Honor, the killer himself. In a manner of speaking. I recognize this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. I guess so. Very well, then. The prosecution calls its witness to the stand. Now then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin. Your Honor? How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now when it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. This is silly. I can't allow this. We've had fucking parrots in this room, and that was fine. Assassins by a radio? Fuck this. No, I'm out. No, I'm out. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. I'm done. I'm done. Judge says. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelley the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. That's the real deal. We are satisfied this man is indeed Shelley the killer. Well, what a fucking weird thing to happen. I guess we're having an interview with an assassin. Now then, witness. There's one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what was that, beer? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Carita. Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Carita. Now we have answered that. Let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. It's time for the testimony about my client. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. This is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Smartycoles. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. Mr. Wright, are you ready to yeah, we're going to cross-examine the radio. Time to press him for everything it's worth. And we can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry. The trust between you and your clients? I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be troublesome. This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer names so my clients can trust me. It has never happened before, but it ever did. That person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly. Very well, it was only hypothetical anyway. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken their rules and acted outside of the prescribed role. This person tried to implicate another of their crime in order to save themselves. This is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. To the gentleman who just spoke just now. Excuse me, but would you care to die? I really can't do that. Still have a few things to say before I do. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Okay. I hit the wrong thing. Something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? If you can't, I'm afraid we can't proceed. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose this information you seek. Excellent. No, I can't remember myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is... Adrian Andrews. What? Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier! Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. This can't be on the phone earlier! This is outrageous. I was deceived. Telling a very serious lie. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is not on guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help prosecute his acquittal. Poor Edgeworth. It feels weird knowing that this time Edgeworth is genuinely trying his best and is still like, oh, okay, people were just lying now. I got nothing. From the past himself, the name of his client. The rest of the murder was not the defendant at all. No. All this evidence, it's obvious to me that this means that Matt on guard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. What's happening? What's going on? Who is this? Can I live with myself if I fucking do my job? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shirley Killer is certainly lying under oath. Now, that was the wall one big lie. Suicide note may have been a fake. But that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. Testimony just now. You have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie. No, that's not true. But that's... The judge is kinda laying on thick. Poor Adrian Andrews, man, like she gets fucking screwed in this case multiple times. I know, Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please help me. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense to make final words or opinions. Sure.